Hello, everyone. I'm Michelle Melville-Cashan from Sexual Health Alliance, and today we have Katarina Kovacevic with us. Hello, Katarina.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
And in preparation for our special event, Keeping the Spark Alive, happening in August of 2024, we're interviewing some of our presenters. So I'm going to give a brief introduction for Katarina, and then I'm going to give her a chance to tell us a little bit more about herself and what she's going to be talking about at this event. All right. So, Kat is the clinic director and clinical supervisor at Kat Kova Therapy, a boutique psychotherapy clinic founded by Kat in 2018 and home to a tight knit team of 10 practitioners and support staff. Kat is currently completing her PhD in social and personality psychology at York University and is part of the Sexual Health and Relationships Lab, also known as SHARE, led by Dr. Amy Muise. Together, along with co-authors from SHARE, they have co-authored several papers and presentations at the national and international level. So during our presentation, Kat is going to be talking about queering sex therapy. So now I'm going to hand it off to Kat. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and your research, and then we'll talk about queering sex therapy.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Michelle. So my name is Kat Kova, and like you said, I run the psychotherapy practice in Toronto, Ontario, where we specialize in sex and relationship therapy among all the other really wonderful, diverse experience and training that the team brings in many different concerns and we work with both individuals and couples, both online and in person. And it's been such a pleasure running the practice. I work really closely with the junior therapists on the team, supervising them. And my role, aside from putting out little fires that happen when you're running a clinic and trying to do a PhD at the same time, which sounds very masochistic, I know, is just sort of making sure that people are feeling supported in their work, particularly when it comes to sex and relationship therapy. So I am trained in emotionally focused therapy and also have completed the sex therapy intensive training at Guelph University and sort of tailored my practice to be specializing in sex therapy. One of the things that I've sort of learned along the way is that people tend to do a lot better in their relationships and how they feel about their sex lives and sexuality when they don't conform to the thoughts and beliefs that exist in the collective psyche about what sex should look like. So the name of the talk is Queering Sex Therapy, and that's what we'll be talking about, is how to work with clients and figure out how are they thinking about sex, how are they thinking about what it should look like, what they should be doing or thinking about during sex, and how to talk to their partners about what it is that would actually make sex better for them and what they can do to change that. And that starts in therapy with talking about what things are like currently, what you think things should look like, and the sort of discrepancy between those things, which leaves a whole lot of space for exploration. And so we'll go into some of the common themes that exist within that space, and cover things like desire, arousal, satisfaction, pain, and orgasm, and talk about what kinds of issues we usually treat in our practice.
All right. That sounds so amazing. I can't wait to hear your full talk at the event. So, where did the name queering sex therapy come from?
Yeah, so the concept of queering really means just taking something which is usually taken at face value and turning it on its head. So leaving room for the unexpected, leaving room for what is not mainstream or somehow dogmatic. So it's really about listening to people's inner voice. And I learned to do that as a therapist, is just to sort of like center the client as the expert of their own experience, but also look at how the different layers, socio-historical, socio-political, um, familial, all of this kind of like stuff that we throw on ourselves or that's thrown onto us, how when it is unearthed, just leaves space for basically people to just kind of like listen to the whispers of their own desires and what feels good to them intuitively without all of the noise. And so to do that, we sort of like start with, yeah, just kind of, I mean, I like to call them just kind of like silly questions, right? Like, what is sex? What is pleasure? And oftentimes people have like the response that they think that they should give to others or what they've kind of come to learn. But that often doesn't fit with what is actually underneath the surface. And so queering is just really like making space for what exists and what the truth is behind all of the conditioning on top of it.
Yeah, I love that. So, the title of our event is Keeping the Spark Alive. So, what is one tip that you would give someone in a relationship, in any kind of relationship? It could be monogamous, non monogamous, any kind of relationship. What's one tip that you would give for keeping the spark alive?
So, my one tip for keeping the spark alive is don't always have penetrative sex. And so what this means is, however you're configured in your relationship, if you're in a mixed sex or same sex or creative sex relationship configuration, it just means try not to focus on penetrative sex.
Yeah.
So this opens up the menu and it sort of gives you a lot more spice and a lot more flavor in terms of what you can sort of pick off of the menu, because typically people order, yeah, just this like entree of penetrative sex or intercourse, however you define that, and leaves room for the unexpected and for you to have a lot of creativity. So once in a while, maybe even on a regular basis, just take that right off the table and see what else kind of happens from within that space.
I love that analogy. I love how you refer to it as an entree. And that doesn't have to be the entree. You could have all appetizers. You could have all dessert, like whatever brings you pleasure and whatever keeps that spark alive.
Exactly, yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we are looking forward to seeing you at this event. Where can people find you? Are you on social media? Do you have a website? If people want to learn more about you.
Yeah, if people want to learn more about me, they can follow me on Instagram at Kat Kova Therapy, or they can visit the website, which is www.katkovatherapy.com.
Perfect. And I will put some of your links that you just mentioned below in the text of the video so you can be found very easily. And if anyone is interested in getting tickets to our Keeping the Spark Alive event, we are going to have so many great presenters there talking on really interesting topics. The event is going to be Saturday, August 24th through Sunday, August 25th. You can get your tickets online at sexualhealthalliance.com. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kat. This was wonderful.
Thanks, Michelle. Looking forward to
Right.
seeing everyone there. Bye.
Thanks.